Alright, what's up guys? So I tried to make a video a couple minutes ago and happened to have a sheriff pull out behind me while I was trying to make the video, so that didn't turn out too great. Probably post that up so you guys can see that whole entire mistake. Anywho, so I wanted to talk about, you guys commenting, stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it if you did. I'd like to have some things that you guys would enjoy discussing and talking about. Just give us some ideas, things like that, because it's kind of hard to come up with stuff to talk about all the time, unless you're my fiance who talks about eating a donut somehow. Anyway, so I want to discuss, things like that, and also wanted to ask who else has a ton of construction going on their highways right now, because it takes me forever to get to work just because of all this damn construction everywhere, guys. God damn. Sucks. Anyway, yeah, comment, give us some things to talk about, or ask us some questions. Really don't care. I'll really answer anything. I'm a pretty open person, to be honest with you guys. Damn. Look how nice it is out here. It's freaking awesome. It's all just country and shit on my way to work. It's freaking fabulous. Anyway, I work at a county jail, just in case I didn't state that before, and we got all kinds of crazy shit that goes on there, and I probably had one of the greatest days at work today. Actually had nothing happen. Fucking shocker. Big one. This is the hardest thing to do. You guys ever try to make a video and drive? It's a pain in the ass. Just trying to multitask, trying to look at the camera, so I can look at you guys, stare right into your souls. I'm also trying to watch the road so I don't wreck into the semi-truck right in front of me. Pain in the ass. Anywho, yeah, just ask some questions, give me something to talk about on the way home. I'll talk about it, I gotta have a long discussion about it. Just need some ideas, need some motivation here. And I hope you guys can give me some of that. I'd really appreciate it. Anywho, so right now, I'm driving a 2016 Toyota Corolla. This is probably going to be the car that I'm doing all the mods to, things like that. Might be touching the stereo a little bit. Maybe some new speakers, even though the system's pretty nice, but it's not amazing. Probably going to be lowering it around 2 inches to 1.5. Doing some sway bars, cold air intake. Was going to turbo it, but I was talking to one of my buddies. He's a mechanic. Says the CVT will not handle it. It'll blow into little tiny chunks, which I really don't want to see that happening to a car that I'm paying $22,000 for. And it's the first car I've ever actually went to a dealership and purchased. Normally I just go on Craigslist and take a car right off there because they're cheap. They're in a fairly good condition, but a little bit harder to work on. This one will probably be fairly easy because bolts aren't fucking all rusted up and you don't have to hammer shit out, which tends to be the problem with the Craigslist cars. Quick rundown of all the vehicles I've had. Alright, for starts, I had a 1987 S10 that had the back wall of it cut out, the top put on the cab, and then if you've ever ridden on a train, you've seen like the rubber ceiling that connects the cabs together. It had that between the cab and the cap in the back in the bed. So it was more or less like a Blazer, if you think about it. So that thing was slammed to the ground, and when I mean slammed, I couldn't go faster than 3 miles over a pair of train tracks or I'd fucking destroy it. 4-speed on the floor, topped out at 85 miles an hour, didn't have a freaking RPM gauge or nothing. Had 110,000 miles. That thing hit a quick demise. I slammed it into the back of a van on accident my first day of my sophomore year. Totaled it out. And then I got a Jeep Grand Cherokee 2003, if I recall correctly, Laredo. That, I lifted it about 3 inches, had an ARB front and rear bumper on it, all kinds of mischief, and some decent sized tires. that I ran over somebody's car with, crushed an oil return line, and that thing took a shit. Blew a head gasket. And then after that, I had a 2002. Oh, no. I didn't have the 2002 yet. I had a 1987 Pontiac Firebird Formula 305. That was my dream car, and that didn't last too long. If I recall, it lasted 2 months, and then transmission went on it. From doing all kinds of stupid burnouts and never checking the freaking tranny fluid. Probably still had the original tranny fluid from 1987. So that was a shitstorm. More or less, that's what I'm going to put it as. And I didn't have the money at the time to fix it, so it never got fixed. And I ended up selling it to help a family member out. Then after I had that, I had a 2002 Pontiac Bonneville SE that I put dual exhaust on, sport compound tires, and then I had it supercharged as a 3800 Series 2 with a supercharger with a smaller pulley. It was pushing about 300 horsepower, right around there. It was a pretty nice car, you know, it's all luxurious and stuff for 2002. It had heated seats, dual climate control, speed control volume, which is